All right, welcome to Toon Squad. I was gonna go Toon Squad. That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Where are you? Still fucking season 1?
Season 1, season 2, episode 2. 2.
Are we rolling?
We rolling.
Oh, we in this bitch.
We in this bitch.
Oh, so that was your intro?
Nah, I think we gotta run it back.
Because that was fucking horrible, bro.
Yeah, we gotta run it back.
You gotta run that bitch again.
All right, we'll go. Start.
What's this guy doing, bro?
Welcome to Bigger Dreams Podcast.
Ooh.
You heard it here first. Season 2, episode 2. Kenya Jade in the building.
Who's that?
Kenya. She's in here.
Jade. Okay.
You got your boy Matt here, a.k.a. Easy Money, a.k.a. Babyface Killer, a.k.a. Mr. Bar Your Girl. Give her back in 3 to 5 business days.
What else?
Yo. Toss her beside the recycling bin.
Is that where she belongs?
Yeah.
She belongs where?
The recycling bin.
Beside the green one or the blue one?
And the green bin.
The green bin?
The green bin.
Ooh.
TT.
Shit, it's your boy TT in the cut.
Ooh.
A.K.A. Young Daddy. I'm just adding shit right now. It's season 2, bro. You know, I got to refresh that
You
shit.
could be anybody.
A.K.A. Young Jesus Christ. You know what it is. I be walking on water. I'm fresh like that. A.K.A. Yalla Habibi. A.K.A. We outside. A.K.A. we got Kenya Jade in the cut. What it do? Talk
Kenya
to us,
Jade.
Jade.
We
How
got
you doing?
the talented, the amazing Kenya Jade.
Okay.
Yo.
All right.
We're in here. Kenya, how you feeling today?
I'm nervous.
Why you nervous?
Shouldn't be.
It's going to be good. This is my first
Let's do this.
podcast.
It's your first podcast.
My first
Yo.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah, it's our first podcast.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say a funny story. So how this episode actually happened was
Ooh.
we were actually at the bar. Okay.
Which bar?
Apartment 200.
Oh, that
Season
night?
2, episode 2.
Oh, okay.
And I'm doing an NBA fantasy draft
Oh.
at the bar. And I'm probably like, I want to
forgot
say
about
like
that.
4th or 5th round, maybe 6th. And, you know, I already said hi to Kenya, but she came up to me and she interrupted my draft. Luckily, I already picked.
We're at the club.
And she started asking, she's like, yo, like, when's my episode? And I was like, yo, honestly, like, let me pick one more player. Let me draft one more player for my NBA fantasy, and I'll tell you. And, yo, Kenya's here.
Did she pick something for you? Did she pick a player for you or no?
No,
a
but
single
you know
player.
what? She was the only person who thought it was ridiculous.
Oh.
I think other girls just like it just went over their heads, and she just kind of looked like you're fucked.
I just didn't know that was a real thing. I didn't know people did that for real. And the music was so loud. There were so many
Yeah.
people around you. I was like, there's no way that's what you're doing at the bar right now. I was like, what? He barely looked up. I was like, hey, man. Whatever,
And that's
then.
how this episode happened. Yo, how you feeling? Talk to us.
Hilarious.
I'm good. I'm excited and nervous, like I said, but I'm good. I'm ready.
You
I'm
should be
ready.
strictly excited. We got so much to unpack.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's
This
a
is
lot.
gonna be, you know,
Yeah.
a crazy episode. So you know what? Let's start from the very beginning.
Let's go way back.
Okay, how like let's talk about your family first.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like, you know,
A lot
your
of
family.
musical people in that place. A lot of creative people in that family.
Everyone's creative.
Yeah, I know them too. Like,
You
those
know,
my
I want
people. Shout out the whole fam.
shout out the
The whole
family.
Everybody
fam.
knows. I'm not naming like there's too many of y'all,
There's
but shout out
so
to
many.
all of y'all. Y'all know who you are. Shout out one time to all of y'all.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like, how's your family impacted your music? Well, you know, definitely starts from support, but like, especially your brother. You know, how has his role changed early on until now?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, like you said, everyone in my family is creative, right? Like everyone has their own little side project. And so that's really influenced my taste. I like to think I have good taste because, you know, they have good taste and they put me on very early on, and a lot of them can sing. So I knew the kind of caliber of voice that I wanted to be up against. But my family wasn't supportive early on, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It was just because the conversation kind of went like this. It was like, finish 4 years of university, and then we'll come back and talk about whether this is actually even an option. Because I think people in my family that had done it had seen some of the uglier sides, I guess, of the music industry.
Okay.
And I'm not the oldest, so, you know, they're kind of looking out, and my brother is still my big brother.
Shout out, big bro.
You gotta look out for you.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want me to be in any kind of compromising situations, and yeah, no one wants their little sister tagging around on something that's their thing too. So you had to put that into play. But yeah, my parents specifically were like, "Okay, let's finish school and come back to it." But I grew up around professional musicians, so I knew what the process was like. I went to my first gig before I could talk. And then Jules started, you know, his
Your
music
brother?
career. Yeah, my brother Jules started his music career, and so I got to see what it was like to be in the studio a little bit, what it took to run rehearsals and have the band and stuff like that. By the time I graduated, it was an interest, but it wasn't plan A. I wanted to go to law school, and I was going to continue on that route to like higher education. But then something happened to my family, and everything that I knew that was like safe and secure kind of fell apart, and we were all in this like really bad place. And before this, I had been begging to come to the studio, and my brother was like kind of like pushing it aside, like no, you know, we'll get there eventually. And at this point, he knew how badly we were all feeling, and he just wanted to make me happy. So he was like, you know what, come out. They had their collective called Number 4. And it was like a couple of my cousins, you know, and like the friends that I call brothers, Mercy and Beans and everyone. And they had their spot in Etobicoke, and we ran a session, just me, my brother, and my cousin Deanie. And yeah, I wrote my first single, Coming Down.
That's the spot where I met you, no?
No, we didn't meet there, but that was my first individual session, and I invited you to that one. We met on Bathurst and Bloor at Starbucks.
Oh, right, because you hit me up.
Yeah, I thought he was like big time Hollywood. I was
was
like,
like,
I need
Yeah, you were
this
right.
man's
You were right.
advice.
Your instincts were right. He is big time Hollywood. He just came back from Hollywood.
He really is big time Hollywood.
Hollywood in November,
not
dog.
It's like, he has all the keys.
Hollywood
I
in
need to
November,
know.
dog. That's
Bro,
different,
it's
bro.
not.
Who goes?
It's
I tried to play professional. I was like, if you can meet me at this coffee shop, sir, like, I would do anything to get some advice on like how to be an independent artist. And he met me, and he dropped some pretty good advice.
I gave you some good advice.
Really
back
good
then?
advice,
That was
actually.
2018, right?
Yeah.
That was my early years.
It was really
my
good
early
advice.
years.
Something I still tell people to this day.
Wow, I never knew
Wow.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's hard.
He said that. I thought he was a big. That was my first year, bro. That was maybe like 1 or 2 months of me being like serious in that side of the world.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So you know what? Like, there might be people in the audience who actually have never heard your music.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe some people have, right? In your opinion, how would you describe your sound?
It's got R&B roots. So if you like R&B music, it's for you. But it's got all these cool little elements of all of my different musical passions. So you got a bit of country in there, you got jazz, you know, you got your reggae elements, but I never really felt like I fully fit in. So I've created a sound where I like really belong. So it's like all of the different parts of me.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's all of the different parts of me in a sound.
Where you belong.
Yeah, where I belong.
Jeez.
So it's for me, yeah. And I hope it resonates with other people too, but it's mostly for my space and yeah, my energy.
You know what? I want to give you your flowers. I think I've been paying attention to more Toronto artists in the last 2 years. I think you're the artist I've seen perform the most, and I've studied you for a bit of time, and just like, you know, seeing the whole show, seeing you close shows, like, you really are like, you know, you control the whole room, you know.
Thank you.
The whole room gravitates to you, and like, you know, even I'm gonna speak about last week, despite whatever you think.
Sick invite, by the way, bro.
I was hella tired. I
You
was
were
hella tired. I
here.
didn't want to be there. I had a crazy. At that point, it was like my 21st hour up. And I remember telling Apu, like, you know, shout out my boy Apu, shout out our boy. I told him, like, let's roll out. Like, like, honestly, like, I'm tired. And he just gave me a pacifier. He streamed the basketball game and just like, it was the Suns and Lakers. He just told me, all right, yo.
Like,
Like,
Hand
give
me
me a
that.
pacifier.
It's okay.
And it really
hilarious.
worked. It genuinely worked. I did just shut the fuck up and watch
Yeah. That's
KD
smart.
versus LeBron.
Thank you for staying.
That is so smart.
But my point is, like, I was that tired. I didn't have to go in that detail, but I was that tired. And Kenya performed, and I woke the fuck up. Like, for real. Like, I woke up and like I forgot I was tired. And again, 21 hours being up, and like you captivated me. I was like so engaged, and like, you know, no shade to any other artist that has ever performed before you, but I genuinely feel like every time I've seen you perform, like, you were the best.
Thank you.
You were the best. And it wasn't just about vocal performance. It was like all around. It was just like being with the crowd, like being passionate. Like, even when you speak, like, when I hear you like speak about your music, you're so passionate. Like, you really care. And like,
I do.
I love the, like, more than anything, your effort. Like, I could tell you put a lot of detailed thought into,
Glad you
you know,
see that.
a lot.
That's
like
really
a lot of
nice.
intention.
Yeah, it is. Everything that I do with my music is intentional. You were asking me about like the opening to my set. I thought about that like years before. You know, like I have
How'd
these
you open it?
visions. I had the band play.
We're gonna pull up the video on this right now.
Tourani, can I get the guitar and the speaker?
I had the band play an instrumental version of Como la Flor by Selena.
Okay.
And I literally just like stood with my back to the audience and did like, you know, my typical hand gestures and
Yeah.
stuff. And it went right into the hook. So it was building. It's crazy. Like, drummer had all his like rolls going, Stretch is playing that lick. It's so hard. And then we go straight into the hook of Coming Down. So the hype is already at maximum hype. I don't even introduce myself. It's just like the hook is introducing the band right now because it's so hard.
Interesting. Wow.
It was different. It was like very unique, you know.
Because you want to put on a show, you know? It's not just about, like, when you come to see someone live, it's not just about whether you can make good music. Lots of people make good music, but I want to put on a show.
Artiste.
Yeah, you bought tickets. You're going to get a show.
I never bought a ticket. Wait, I bought one ticket to one of your shows. I'll say that. Like it. Okay, so you had fun at the show, you're saying?
Yeah, I did.
And you only woke up because of Kenya or because something else?
We're not,
I was just wondering.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Why not?
Shout out to her.
Shout out to what's her
Shout
name?
out to her,
No, we're not
though.
giving names.
No,
No.
no.
What's her nickname? What are we gonna give her? What's her nickname?
Yo.
Shout out to you, girl.
Shout out to you. I'm not going there.
Oh,
Tall
man.
white baddie, I see you.
Tall white baddie.
I also saw her. She was cute.
TWB. That's it. That's
TWB.
all we call it, right?
TWB, TW. We on episode 2,
Twib.
season 2.
You know what it is.
No, shout out shot by Ben going crazy in the back.
2-2. Shout out,
You
shot
got
by
the
Ben.
bed. He's sick.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's mad.
Got me all fucked up.
Yeah. But we still
I
in
don't even
this,
know.
though.
I forgot that shit exists until
We
this
still
morning.
in this,
You know, I
though.
had that shit 7 times.
You had it 7
7
times.
times.
Damn, bro.
They wrote an article about my fucking
She's about to
family.
get an
How
8.
weak is your immune system, fam?
She's about to get an 8.
Yo. Ah.
She gonna call me next week, be like, "Yo, T, fucking got the bid, bro. I got the bid."
Number 8.
What the fuck?
All right, let's get back to it. So,
Oh,
I want to
man.
know about your creative process.
Okay.
What is
What
it
it
like?
be like?
It's different every time. You know, I work really closely with one producer. I've been doing that since I started.
Greg?
It's Greg now, yes. Shout out Greg. Everyone say, thank God, thank Greg. Ready?
Thank God. Oh.
1.
You guys said the whole thing, bro.
1, 2, 3. Thank
Thank
God,
God,
thank
Thank
Greg.
Wiz.
Yeah.
I call him Himothy.
He's
Himothy.
wizard.
Yeah, he
Why?
likes that.
What is Timothy? I call him
He's
Egg.
him.
Oh, because he's
Timothy.
him.
Yeah.
Like that.
He little wizard still.
Yeah, no, he's magic.
Shut up,
Little
man.
wizard, yeah.
He is the producer I'm working closely with now.
Nice.
But what we'll do is we'll, pick a date. We normally write actually in his setup, which is just in his room. I like to write best then, so I don't really like being in the studio when we're writing. I don't know. It's really collaborative. So whoever has the idea that sticks first, we go with that and we build around that. And you just kind of add onto that. So he either will play the keys or he plays the guitar. He plays everything. That guy's sick. And if I have a good melody, I run with
Really
it.
sick.
Yeah. Or if he's got a good piano melody, we run with that. It's really whatever is bringing energy to the room at the time. And we just collaborate on that.
Nice. And what makes him distinct for you? Because obviously, you like closely working with one person. So
I do. Yeah. What makes him different? Have you ever seen him work? It's actually like, have you ever been?
I actually have.
It's fucking
a little bit, not enough.
Holy. Well, like, okay. Apart from his talent, I really like to work with someone that doesn't really have creative limits or doesn't put boundaries on the session. I don't like to be told no when I have a creative idea. That can really crush the energy really quickly. So if I can tell you with my sounds something I want to happen but don't have the right technical verbiage to be able to tell you how to get it done, I don't want you to shut me down right away. Like, Greg is very open.
It might lose you.
Yeah. I'm not a producer.
That is Greg, actually.
Yeah, he's so he comes with this non-judgmental energy.
Yeah.
He's patient with you. He's willing to explain to you how things go because I'm not a producer. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know all the tech stuff. I don't know any of the plugins or things like that. Like, I just make noises at him and I'm like, I want it to sound like this, make me sound underwater, make me sound like I'm talking on the phone. Like he's just he makes it happen. He's magic.
Yo, gee whiz, man. Shout out to you, bro. You're him.
Yeah.
So tell me, who are the artists that inspire you?
The artists that inspire me, there are so many, but I think in memories. So I think back to my first CD collection. I had 3 CDs: Selena, Nora Jones, and Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Jeez.
You remember that guy?
God damn.
And the scandal he was a part of.
He clearly
Crazy.
shot by Ben knows him. Why?
But
like, yeah, Ricky Martin. I love that motherfucker.
I don't know. That was my first CD collection, and then Amy Winehouse for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say come
that's
on. You know it's
Amy's
Amy.
for sure.
Amy's
Yeah.
out there.
Frank
too.
is one of my favorite albums of
Who?
all time. Frank, Amy's album.
Got you.
But Adele.
Okay.
Ooh.
Adele 19, when I found out that she had created that at school, I was like, holy shit, you can still be in a music program. I was like, I didn't even know that those two worlds existed together and it could be so beautiful, and she's amazing.
Bro, Adele is so good.
She's
Timeless.
so good. I know that album front to back. 19 is
Wow.
so good.
Give us a little rip right now.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
I was about to though.
I know you were.
I was going to.
Yeah.
You can.
You got nervous.
You want to.
Camera. Look at the camera. And tell them.
Tell him what?
What you want to tell them?
I am Kenya Jade.
She's her. She's here.
Oh, man.
Bob too. A lot of Bob Marley. Performance wise, Jessie Reyes. Seeing her on
Ooh,
stage.
okay.
Yeah, you
I
love
went
Jessie
to
Reyes. I
both of
remember
her
that.
shows back to back by myself at Danforth Music Hall because her stage
By
presence.
yourself?
Yeah. The first one actually Zoe came with me at last minute. I didn't have someone to go with, and she was like, oh, I'll get a ticket. She came, and then it was so good the first night, I had to go back the second night by
Wow.
myself.
Wow, you went back-to-back
Yeah.
shows.
And I don't go anywhere alone.
You didn't even go outside,
No,
bro.
never.
You're inside.
So I was there, and I came home. I took the bus back in my little orange T-shirt from her little merch cart, and I went home and I told my mom, I was like, "Yo, people do this for real. I could do this for real. Like, I'm gonna play Danforth Music Hall."
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking that to existence. I like that. I like that.
Bang.
She was great.
That's amazing.
Cleo Soul.
Okay.
She's
Cleo
sick.
Soul.
You
Yeah.
put me on.
Oh, I love her.
She's so hard.
good. She's so good.
She's really good.
Yeah, a lot of little influences. Lauryn Hill, of course. The Miseducation is one of my favorite albums.
That's a queen.
Yeah.
That's a legendary album.
Yeah.
Lyrically, I learned. To
Ain't
tell
it
stories
crazy
that
how
way.
like she literally just put out one album, bro, and that thing has been running for like 25 years.
It's
Like,
epic.
For 25 years, in the last 25 years, whoever heard the album in North America or outside has loved that album
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and continuously would go back to that album and listen to it.
It's timeless.
It's insane.
It's
That's
timeless.
the definition of timeless music, bro. One album. That's all she had to do.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She can go anywhere in the world and tour right now off one album.
Yeah.
And she can't even play that music though. It's so sad. 'Cause somebody else owns it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Who else?
Who else? I don't know. Oh, you know what? My thing was where I told you like I didn't really belong sonically either. Country music. I fucking
that's what I was
love
waiting for.
country music.
That's what I was waiting for because I knew you on that.
You know?
That's what I was waiting
Dolly
for.
Parton's my
Do you go to Boots and
girl.
Hearts?
No, I didn't. I would go. I'd go. You want to go?
Okay.
You want to go with me?
Yo,
Oh, I wanna
What
go.
is it?
I want
You
to
two
go.
are like you two are definitely the most Boots and Hearts people I know.
Yeah.
That are not white. You two are definitely the non brother.
Matt and I.
We talked about this season 1. Do you want me to bring up that photo again?
Yeah.
To show you why I called you Boots and Hearts?
See.
I legit called you Boots and Hearts for a reason, bro.
No, it's not.
Stop playing with me. I still have that picture. Ben, I
Of
showed you that
course.
picture.
Of course.
I showed you that picture? Oh, I'll
We'll
text
talk
it
about
to
it
you. Don't
later.
worry.
I'll talk about
Private.
it.
I'm going to text it to you.
Yo, this guy's
You
exposed.
guys are the most Boots and Hearts people.
Alright.
I'll own that. I fucking love country music.
Yeah.
So what's your? Tell me the country artist you like.
I listen to a lot of Patsy Cline. But I have like a crazy obsession with Dolly Parton.
Okay.
Yeah. Johnny Cash.
Is that Miley Cyrus's grandma?
Her godmother, bro.
Oh, her godmother. That's
her
what
grandma.
she is. Yeah, she
Oh,
old as
man.
hell. She like almost
No,
like
it's her. Yeah, no, it's for real. It's
Nah,
her actual
she's real.
godmother.
yeah, bro. Yo,
Yeah.
that whole like I think most of the people that popped up are like real, except for that her brother.
Yeah, well, he is like fucking 40.
Yeah, yo, when I found that out, I was tripping. I'm like, what the fuck?
What's going on here?
Motherfucker, 40? God damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Cash a lot actually.
Ooh.
I love Johnny Cash.
Johnny Boy is
Yeah.
outside. I listen a little bit to Johnny Cash.
Yeah, his wife
Yeah.
too, his ex-wife June Carter Cash.
Nah.
She wrote a lot of things for him actually.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I'll tap into that.
Yeah, I'll send you some stuff.
Of course you would.
Yo, Kenya.
Put me on country too.
Yo, in your experience,
Mm-hmm.
yo, what's your experience like been in like Toronto in terms of music?
Ooh, good combo. We were just talking about that.
It's all I really know, so I don't really have anything to compare it to.
But like, what do you like? Like, do you like it? Do you think?
I don't exactly fit, I don't think. Like I said, I have my circle and I kind of keep to my circle.
Why don't you fit?
The kind
too
of
cool, bro.
no,
She's
not at
too
all.
cool.
I'm not cool enough. Okay, I think
You know what's crazy? It's the people that say that are the coolest. And it's crazy because like
No
I
fucking
had
cap.
one of my boys had to show me that at one point. And I was like, yo, you're right. I'm gonna stop saying that. You know, but it's true.
it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. I think when I first started, I had this really big idea of it, and I was like, wow, like there are so many people doing this, and I don't know how I'm ever gonna be able to compete or even collaborate because look at everyone that's doing it. And then I got there and I was like, oh, you know what? I know quite a few of these people, and the more sessions you get in, you realize who you want to write with and who doesn't exactly fit. But you know, I don't know. There's quite a few talents in the city. Everyone's been really kind to me, and yeah, I don't know.
She
That's
fuck
what's
with the
up.
city, bro.
That's what's up.
How do you feel about the city? Since you want to ask her that question.
Yo, I feel like there's a lot of talented artists. I feel like I still don't know a lot of them, but like, you know, something I'm learning a lot is there's like a lot of like really dope producers in Toronto.
Ooh.
And I think that's like something that like right now is like standing out
Okay.
from like based like it's a new observation. For me, I always thought it was like artists because that's like, you know, someone who just comes from a fan perspective, you know. You see the artists more. You don't really hear about Toronto producers as much, right? In the mainstream media. So yeah, no, I think that the Toronto music scene is like so dope. I think it's like like there's so many different types of talents, like especially hip hop, R&B, pop. You know, I'm seeing like a lot of people I never thought that would even like. I always think it's like an American sound or like something that I never thought it could come out of Canada. So, like, do you sorry, just to my last question before break, like, do you think you have to go to the States?
Eventually. I just not too long ago I actually came back from LA too.
Also, you're Hollywood too.
I
Not Hollywood.
was
She's
telling
Hollywood?
T I want to go to England first, I think, before I go back to the States. But
London, bruv.
yeah.
In it.
I think if I do decide to go the label route to take it to the level I'm expecting to, it's got to be in the States. I think, yeah,
Very true.
you know, I think it would be the right move to grow. I think it would be my vision for who I want to be as an artist is too big to stay here, I think.
Bars.
I agree.
We'll be right back.
Let's get to it. We back.
Are we back? Are we back? Are we back?
Let's talk about your brother.
Yeah. I fucking love that guy. He,
dog.
yeah, no,
Shout out
for real,
Jules.
really good guy. Julian Cruz, like
Julian Cruz, bro.
making tracks from the sweet things
Hey,
from time. That's what
know
Drake
what's
said on his
crazy?
live, bro. I fucking screen recorded that. I was like, even Drake acknowledges
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
okay?
It's like this is no cap, bro. Like,
No.
man, that bit like it's crazy because like when we first met, I gotta tell this story.
Okay, tell me.
When we first met at that studio that she was talking about, she like FaceTimed him. Yeah, she FaceTimed him because she didn't know how to work
I
something
don't know
in,
how to do
the,
the setup.
in the studio. And she goes, Jules, how did I do this? And I was sitting in the back like, Jules, like how many fucking Jules there are in Toronto, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Jules, like. I'm like, yo, your brother is like Julian Cruz, like is so and so your cousin? She's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck, bro? So I grew up with her cousins, right?
Which I had no idea at the time. When we were meeting, I had
It's crazy.
no
Like
clue.
I met one of her cousins in grade like 10, and then I met her other cousin in grade 12, I think, after high school. After high school, we used to go, like the crew that I was chilling with at the time, we used to go down to Kensington Market to watch her brother. We actually went to Kensington Market to watch him open up, or he did a show with Abel at the time.
I was at that show and I was underage. Like,
Yeah,
they would
and
let
it
us
was-
in, and I was probably like 15. Just
Bro,
to
like,
watch.
and when she said that, I was like, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's your bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
That's
seen The
wild.
Weeknd perform to less than 100 people in like a UFT auditorium because Jules was playing with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was wild, bro. So, yeah, when I met her, I was like, Jules, that's crazy. But, like, yo, bro, Jules was like a guy for us.
He is the guy, bro.
He was
Like,
the guy for
I
us,
go
bro.
to him for
Like,
everything.
he was our OG. We looked like, if we wanted any, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but, like, he was our guy, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, Jules is a superstar. Like, yo, your cousin's a superstar, bro. You got Jules. Like, everybody knows
Yeah,
Jules in the
yeah.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out Jules, man.
No, he's different. And
It's
like,
wild.
that shit just comes so effortlessly to him. Like, both my brother and my sister, like, they're like, you walk into the room and you can feel their energy. Like, they're the cool siblings, you know? Like, I go to them.
That's for sure.
For real.
I'm not even hating.
No, for real.
But like young Zoe, yo,
Yeah.
that's my dog
My
too.
sister, like, the musical
Zoe's her.
taste, it's like top tier. Like, I want her to DJ. Like, she's gonna see this and be like, "Why the fuck did you say that, bro?" Like, she.
That's awesome. Nah.
No, she.
Let her
is
no.
sick too.
Sicko.
Give her flowers.
Yeah,
That's your favorite girl's girl, bro.
Yeah, for real.
If
Watch
you
your
know,
girl.
you know. Better cuff your girl around her.
Watch your girl,
That's
bro.
fucking.
But,
It's my dog.
Yeah, I go to my brother for everything though. Like, if I want to know how to produce my vocals, I go to him. I call him. If I need ad libs or background vocals, or fucking want to know what kind of cover to add to the set, like, I trust him for everything. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And like, that's good that you have someone that you could, like, maybe a lot of artists don't have that where they could, you know,
Yeah. No.
really have like, because there's a lot of uncertainties you go through as an artist, and like,
Yeah.
you know, just have someone that could like give you that like nod of confidence.
Yeah, and someone you can trust
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. You know, like,
That's the one.
I was
When-
kind of watching him watch you.
He's so
And just
proud.
like, yeah,
You sound like a
he's
creeper,
Such a
bro.
proud,
Nah, like I was
bro.
just like, yo, like he's
The way you
vibing.
said that, you sound like her.
Yeah.
I was kind of watching him, like, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't like staring. I wasn't just like for 3 minutes the whole song just like.
That's something you would do, though.
I wouldn't know.
Nah, you were watching TWB. That's what you're
Yeah,
watching.
shout out her.
WB,
Shout out to her.
Oh.
She got 2 shout outs the whole podcast.
Oh, she
That
got
is
2 shout-outs, bro. I
crazy.
know. At least when we're not saying her name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
thank the good Lord.
That was his TWB
crazy.
calling me.
That is crazy.
bro.
Shout out.
Shut up the TWBs, bro.
Nah, yo, Kenya, straight the fuck up right now.
All right.
I want you to get off what you want off your chest.
What?
You gotta get. Yo, you came in here.
To say something?
Yeah, you got something to say.
Say it with
Yo,
your
there's
chest.
been a lot on your mind.
Yeah.
Talk to. Say it.
What you got to say, bro?
I'm happy to be back. For real.
Jeez.
I'm happy to be back. I cried about it a
Okay,
couple
yes,
hours
back.
ago.
That's amazing.
Back
That's
again.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
I was crying on the phone with Greg. I can be really negative sometimes, man, just because like so much has happened. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the advice T told me in the coffee shop that I've been telling, that you told me in the coffee shop.
Oh, shit.
He sat me down. I remember it,
Eh,
and I
I'm
tell
listening.
everybody this because this is some real shit. He said the race is from here to here. About this half of the race is all talent. So, like, you know, you're going to get a lot of people who don't have people in their circle telling them that, like, you know, you're not that good, you know? And he said, you know what? I'm going to be straight up with you. You have the talent, so don't worry about that half of the race. Just do what you do in that half of the race. Then when you get here to here, everybody is talented. But do not give up. Slowly, you will see that people will drop out because they cannot be persistent. They don't have the endurance it takes, because bad things happen to you over time.
It's true.
In your artistry, like in life and in your artistry.
It's hard.
And if you can't balance those things, you'll make the decision eventually that it's
To
not
fall
worth
off.
it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Like, I've had moments where there have been doubts. Last year I went through a really bad breakup, and we had this big show coming up, and at the time, T and Andrew were my managers, and they sat me down and they said, mentally, I don't think it's a good idea for you to do the show. And I told them, like, I have my doubts, but this is the only thing that makes sense for me. I cannot stop.
That's
It is
real.
not an option. And that's what T said to me. He said, from here to here, don't make it an option to stop. You'll see people slowly drop out. People that are more talented than you, people that put in more effort, people that have been there longer than you, they are going to drop out because they don't have the bandwidth, they don't have the endurance. And yeah, so many things have happened to me, and there have been multiple opportunities to
I can't
stop.
believe you still remember all this.
It's important. It's
Wow.
important. I am running
That
this
guy
race.
got bars, whoever he is. I'll just say that.
I am training. It is a marathon,
He
bro.
got-
Shout out TT.
He
one
got
time.
bars, whoever he is. That's for sure. Yeah, yo, it's crazy because that show, like, for y'all who didn't know, this is my sister. Like, I love her for life, and we did work together. I'm still here. You know, she can always call me for anything. I'll help her. But that was a tough journey because of what you were going with.
Yeah.
Fuck
that
that
shit took
poodle
me
or
out.
whatever the fuck we called him.
And the guys that just ran the last show, I didn't realize anyone outside of my inner circle knew how badly I was doing. You
Yo,
know?
all I'm saying is that your show, that year show that you did, it's crazy because you had so much emotions.
Yeah.
And like, you almost near cried on stage and shit. I think you did cry a little bit on stage.
A little bit. We
Yeah.
crushed it. I got off the stage
But,
and
like,
completely collapsed. I was
That
like,
shit was so good, bro. And like, she's like, yo, I cried. I was like, bro, it's because you were so emotional. You actually fucked
That's
that
real.
show up.
That's
Yeah.
that's people. I
You were
know-
there, no? Yeah, you were
were there.
there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually had a friend of mine who is also our barber. Shout out House Up. He came to me and it was I think it's one of his first shows that he came to.
It was the first show.
And he came to me and he's like, bro, this is like in the movies and shit. Bro. This is so sick. Like, this girl's really fucking good.
Thank you.
Like, wow, she really put on a fucking show.
Yeah.
So yeah, you killed that show. I had to like give you
Thank
your
you.
props about
But
that.
it wasn't easy because like the guys that organized the show for us, shout out to Be Famed, I saw them because they ran the last show I just played, and I was telling them, you know, like I feel like there's so much time I had to make up for because I stopped for a little bit, and they were like, yo, we were worried about you. Like, we didn't think you were going to go on that night. We played Supermarket, and he was like, we put all this effort into it, and it was your show. It was called A Night with Kenya Jade, and they were scared I wasn't going to come. And I didn't realize anyone outside of our circle knew how badly I was doing because I was still going to sessions here and there, you know, but nothing was happening. And yeah, shit like that happens all the time. You know, life shit happens. Fuck, shit with your actual art will happen that will make you want to stop, and you just can't.
What advice do you have for young women who are like going through breakups and they might not be artists, but like, you know,
Dump his ass.
they
No.
have they have real, like, you know, they're trying to go through their life, they're trying to do their main thing, they're trying to go to school, they're trying to work, they're trying to make shit happen for themselves. Like, what advice do you have for them who are like, you know, they're trying to focus but they can't because they're going through shit like that?
If I could have sat down with myself at the time, I would have told myself, you know, feel what you're feeling, do what you need to do, but never forget who the fuck you are.
Ooh.
Because
Bars.
I forgot who I was. Deadass. I forgot who I was. And I had
Miss Kenya Jade. I'm not gonna say that other part. You know exactly who the fuck you are.
Miss Jade if you're nasty, all right?
Alright. Chill, bro.
Yeah, no, I forgot, man. Sometimes I forget I'm that girl. And like, yeah, I would tell anyone going through a breakup, it's very easy to lose yourself in the other person and lose. I don't even think it's the other person. I think it's like this need.
Call immigration on him. That's all you gotta do.
Bro.
That's all you gotta do. Call immigration on him.
Fuck. Yo. He's been saying that forever.
Call
He
immigration
said that
on
from
his
the
ass
moment it happened.
and say, "Fuck out of here. Go home. Depart your ass." I can say
crazy.
the thing is I can say this,
He
and
can,
she
he
knows
can.
I can say
He
this.
can.
This is all love because she knows I was there.
Yeah, no, it was a hard
I was
time,
there.
but like,
I was on FaceTime.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time he
That's
was on
my fucking
FaceTime. I
dog.
called T every every hour of the
Fucking
day.
dog,
Like,
bro.
fuck. But no, like, on some real shit, like, don't forget who you are, because in actuality, it isn't about the other person. It's about your relationship to yourself. And that's what makes you fall so hard. Like, I had lost myself and I didn't realize the deep codependency I didn't have with this person, but I had with the need for outside validation. And you lose sight of the bigger picture when you're going through things like this. Like, it's all just like, oh, why doesn't he love me? Why won't he commit to me? Why won't he choose me? And it's like, choose you, you know, like choose you.
Choose you, bro. That's my
that's
caption.
Yeah, choose
That's
you.
actually my caption for my
Yeah.
next post.
Wow.
Oh, my
Choose you.
fucking dog. Oh, all right. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
y'all.
real.
I'll probably
That's
post it
real.
before you
Say.
even see this.
You know, 'cause
Choose you.
you are what makes the other person special. Like, not to, like, just to demystify dating. Like, everyone's just a person, you know what I mean? But you make those romantic feelings, those feelings come from you, and so they don't go away when the person goes away. You can have those things again. The thing that stands regardless of who's in your life and who's not is you. It's you. That's what I say in that track. It's you. Everyone thinks the line is no one else can love you like whatever, like someone else does. But the line is no one else can love you like you do.
It's true.
Yeah.
You gotta love yourself.
Yeah.
Self-love is so important, man.
It is.
Especially in an industry that we are in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't love yourself and you keep going in this industry and it's like you even if you do sign a deal at a young age, or even if you do get lucky and you know, get a hit and now you're this big shot, or, you know, you get a major and you're touring around the world, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to survive long.
No.
You're going to die like the rest of them. I'm sorry to say, I'm meant
real.
to be
No,
heartless.
it's true.
But you're going to fucking pass away like the rest of them, or something's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that you are loving yourself more, because you need it. I want to ask you, what have you learned about the business in the last, you know, couple of years that you've been doing
Really
this?
good question.
You know?
Because that's tricky.
Yeah, because you've been in this now, you know, you took a year off, you had your own little thing, even though you're still trying to push through that year. I can speak from experience because I was there with her
Yeah.
day to day. I was really your day-to-day kind of
You were.
manager. So, what'd you learn throughout that journey and where you are now, the growth, I see the growth, the way you're talking, the way you're confident, choosing yourself because,
Yeah.
you are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Kenny, bro. We don't say that for no reason. So, yeah, what'd you learn from the business, you would say?
I've always been lucky to be surrounded by a team. So this is what I was crying about earlier, actually. Like, this is the first time I'm doing it. Not the first time I'm doing it by myself, because the first time around I did the EP I put out by myself, right? But I've only been involved in the business side when I see what's happening with like the workings of my team. I think that the business side is much less forgiving than the artistry side is. So I feel like I'm not playing catch up so much on the artistry side. I can still get in a session and I can still write the same way I do. It's still passionate. It still flows. But the business side was not waiting for my ass. Like, I was crying and it did not give a fuck. And now I'm playing catch up and I do have to pay for that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it was my timing. Maybe, like you said, I would have fallen apart. Maybe I didn't know who I was.
Definitely
We
was
would have
your
gotten
timing.
there and I would have fucking fallen apart.
Yeah.
Maybe that's real.
Would have been even crazier.
Yeah, it would have been fucking
I think
bad.
also, like, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but like
But you did.
something
And don't do it again.
something I like want to give you like I'm not gonna say excuse, but it's like, sometimes like when you have your parents kind of giving you pressure and you're trying to choose between school and music, you love this but you can't ignore the creative side and your passion for it.
Yeah.
And then you choose to go that route and it's like the main reason was the love of the creativity and and your intentions there, and it's like, but I have to learn the business. That kind of comes
So
with it, right?
stressful.
You don't love the
I
music
hate that
business.
shit.
You love the creative. You love writing. You love you love recording.
Yeah.
You love performing. Like that's what you're in it for, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. How talk more about how like that's your journey through that.
I hate that shit. To have to organize photo shoots, to have to fucking be on top of a Google calendar. I hate calendars, man. I don't know how the days of the week work. I don't give a fuck. Tell me to show up at this time and I'll be there. Like, I have no concept of like timeline. I have no concept of budgeting. Like, it's not that I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't have a concept of it. It's that I don't care to know. I think it takes a lot away from my creative energy to have to put effort in that. And I think that like,
Which is actually normal.
yeah,
for the
it
record.
is. And I should be more patient with myself. That's what we were talking about today. I was like upset because, okay, this rollout is about to finish, right? But it's not finished. So I have to be on top of this rollout, creating new music and preparing for the next rollout, because the goal is to try and drop something once a month. But these are artificial deadlines that I've set for myself.
Artificial.
So,
She
they're
used
not
the word
real.
artificial,
They're
bro.
not fucking real deadlines. If anything, I could drop something once a year if I wanted to. It's up to me. It's really up to me. There is no team there. It's just me and it's just Greg. Like, like if I don't do it, it's no sweat off anyone else's back. Like, but it's me, and I'm upset because I feel like I've maybe fallen a little bit behind. And so now not only do I have to play catch up, but I have to be on top of the business side too. And that is incredibly stressful. Like, to sit down, I only get 2 days off, right? Like, I work a full-time job too. So in those 2 days, I have to make at least one of them a content day and at least one of them a recording or a writing day. And artists that are doing it full time, they don't have to kind of minimize their time that way. Like, they have recording and writing sessions separately in the week. I can't afford to do both time-wise, and I can't afford to do both money-wise. Like, all of my money, any extra money is going into the business side, because I am my own business side, and it's stressful and I don't like it, but it's something you have to learn because fucking Beyonce, she has hands on everything. Because if you don't have an opinion for how everything looks for yourself, I feel like it's going to get away from me. It's not going to feel like it's mine, really, if I don't get a say. So, like, down the line, if I do get back with a team and someone is to tell me, like, this is what the photo shoot's going to look like, I can confidently say, no, I don't want that. I want this instead, because I've already done this for myself. And I know how it works, so I can tell you yes or no with confidence, not just we're going to go with whatever the team is saying.
Yeah, it's a balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this. This is a new and improved Kenny. This is rip me out the black sand, man. New. Nah, I love that. I think you need to stop. This is, I'm your dog, I'm your bro, but you need to just stop saying you're playing catch up. You're just doing you. You're taking it's your journey, it's your time. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, you can make impact in people, especially on the business side. You've been doing that. You've been growing. You've been learning because you've been doing a lot of things on your own, right? So I feel like for you, you just need to grow more. You need to understand more and just start doing whatever you're doing consistently.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like, the first couple of years were just, all right, I'm playing like I'm gonna do this sport analogy. I'm playing high school ball. Okay, now I'm in college. You know what I mean? I'm a little more ready.
Yeah.
And like by the time you get to the NBA, you're more consistent, right? So I feel like you just gotta give yourself that and stop putting that pressure. Like, I'm playing catch up. Like, no, you're not. Like, you can do on your time. Just do it consistently now. You know what I mean? Like, keep growing. If it is a single every 3 months, that's fine. A single every 2 months. It doesn't have to be that where it's like, you're able to balance your life, your work, and music. And if it's need to like be 3 months, then do that, and then grow from that till you get to a place. Maybe if you consistently keep doing that, you drop 3 singles in half a year. Boom. Now you have 3 singles out. Now you made some sort of noise. Now you go to LA or you go to London or wherever you are, and you have your thing going. You have a little traction going. You come back. You're like, oh, I mean, some extra money. Maybe I can take some time off this year and now put more energy into that. You know what I mean? So stop. Like, I would just tell you, just stop thinking about catch up.
Yeah.
It's just more be consistent at what you're doing because you're clearly on the right path. Just keep going with that. Like you remembered my 2018 words. It's like, yo, if you want to play in that part, just keep going.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's true.
So yeah, no.
It's funny you say that because I was actually listening to Rap Radar's podcast with Victoria Monet, and she was just talking about, like, she got a lot of Grammy nominations.
Yeah.
Right, but
SZA got more though,
and she's like considered like a new artist, right? And it's like, but like, in that episode, she's talking about like I've been here for a long time. They're considering me a new artist.
She has been here for a long time.
I've been in this game for like 10 plus years, right?
She's
so
been
it's like
writing.
Everyone's like, I say that to say like, your timing, your timing is your timing.
Yeah.
It really is just consistency, man.
Yeah.
Just doing it for years. There's so many people that have been doing it for years.
Do you find you beat yourself up?
100%. I'm the most self-critical person ever, and that's like in everything. That's like a really big thing for me.
Crazy, because I love her nails, and she's like, no, my nails are all right.
I was actually about to comment on them on break.
She didn't even show them, bro.
Really?
You can show them for the
You
camera.
need to show them to the camera,
I don't
bro.
want to because I've got a nail spot and a nail
You gotta show them to the
person
camera.
that does my nails, and because I watched the other podcast, I could see that your hands were in the camera, and I was like, I can't go on with no nails, so I did press-ons.
Just show them one time.
No,
Just
they're
go,
not.
period.
They're not art. They're not.
Just one time.
Yo, you got it.
No, you gotta do the whole set. Yeah. Come on.
Like,
Period.
no.
But you gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Yeah, you gotta go.
No, they're not that. Like, look at their little press-ons.
They're
not.
nice.
They're not my
I like
usual.
it. I like the color.
The color's nice. The shape ain't shit. Like,
It's cool. See,
I don't
like,
know.
I just look at it like, oh, okay, it's cool. I know you go more
because
artsy
you don't
with
sit
it.
in the chair
Chill,
for 3
relax.
hours with one person and it's their art. Like,
No, you do go artsy with your nails. Like, I get
yeah,
that.
I love that
But
shit.
I also like this simple,
Yeah.
clean look of like, okay, it's like little
See,
pinkish.
because he doesn't even know about like the cuticles and shit. Like, they're not
Oh,
clean.
You know what? Off air, I'm gonna start taking notes.
Whatever, bro. But yes, I am very critical of myself. It is both a good thing and a bad thing. I should be kinder, but still as critical.
Love
I think.
yourself.
Kinder, but still as critical.
Yeah, constructive criticism is good, but don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know when to stop being hard and just go do the action, and
Yeah.
to just be like, okay, get your ass up and go do the action.
Yeah.
There's a difference. It's like, oh shit, I gotta
But that's
get
like the
up.
difference between like artist me and like me, you know?
Mm.
Like, I know when
Talk
to turn
about that.
off.
Talk
Yeah,
about
talk
that.
about that a
What's
little bit.
different about those two things, and what's similar?
Yeah.
Because I'll be sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Yeah,
Bro, can you stop cutting her off?
Nah.
This is some bullshit, bro.
That's something to
like
say.
I actually feel like when I talk to you, It's actually a very different person.
It
than you
is.
as an
It is a
artist.
very different person.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Kenya Jade is Kenya in like 6th gear. Like everything is bigger and like overly saturated.
I rate
No,
it.
for real. Like that bitch is
Very
on
true.
all the time. Like her
She
whole
be like,
chart
she
is
thinks she
Leo.
in Texas or something.
Like
She's
her.
fucking,
everything's bigger.
it's bigger. Everything
telling
is
you.
bigger. Like
Her whole chart's
her
Leo.
whole chart is Leo. Sun, moon, rising, all Leo. That bitch
Yo,
is like
you
all
know what's crazy?
Leo.
She has the same birthday as my mom.
July
Wow.
31st.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
But
My
yeah.
mom loves her music
I
too.
love her mom.
My mom be like sharing her music on Instagram and shit. She
Yeah,
asked me
that's
about
what's
you
up.
the other day.
That's
She's like,
what's
how's
up.
Kenny
Oh,
doing?
is that-
Yeah, I will.
Shout out Trainee's mom one
Yeah,
time.
no,
Okay,
for
chill.
real.
Don't be shouting my mom out. on the podcast, bro. Leave my mom out of this. The fuck? You trying to shout out my mom?
She shouted her out first. Why do I get
Nah,
fucking?
bro. Don't be. It's not. This is between their twin birthday twins.
twins.
You need to chill.
My bad, my
I'm
bad.
talking about my mom, bro. The fuck. I'm gonna tell her next time so you don't eat shawarma.
No. Got me fucked
He was
up.
hurt. Oh no.
That's a gut wrencher.
Got no
No
shawarma.
cap. No cap. The best
Damn.
I've ever had.
Yeah,
Really?
Easy.
but you're saying
On air.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, she fucking wants all the attention. She's in the
Yeah.
spotlight. She's owning that shit. That fucking outfit I wore in the last thing. As soon as we got off stage, I got in
You
a
gotta
hoodie
show
and
me that.
sweatpants.
You gotta
Yo,
show
My
me
whole
that.
ass was out. I turned around
that-
and everyone
yo,
saw my
that-
ass.
That was a crazy fit. That was
Thank
a crazy
you,
fit.
thank
Is that
you.
an, I wasn't
stood out.
there.
People at
Couldn't
work
watch
were
it.
watching my story that were at work and they're like, holy fuck, who is this? Like, this is not you. Like, the hell? Why is your ass out? I'm like,
You had your
literally,
ass out?
yeah, my whole ass is out. I
Like-
turned around. Everyone was like, what the fuck? I was like, you're welcome.
Like,
You are welcome.
that's crazy. To all you fucking men out there, you're welcome.
No, everyone.
Were you like,
everyone that was
were
there.
you
My
like
mom
Ice
was
Spice?
there. Thanks.
Oh, your
you
mom
know? My
even
mom
saw-
was there.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fine,
you're
though.
welcome, mom. Like,
Was it like Ice Spice or like was it like?
no, I didn't. Okay, someone else made that reference to me, and I didn't see Ice Spice's ass out, and my ass is definitely nowhere near like Ice Spice. Like that shit's an ass. Like mine was just like a butt.
That's
Mine
crazy.
was a butt, and it was there. It was cute, but it was there.
I think we okay. I'm gonna stop talking about this.
No, for real though. Like she's a star. You know, the fit is like. She makes sure.
I feel you. Ice Spice
Yeah.
is a dump truck.
No, no.
Oh, that's not what you're talking about.
That is not what I was talking about. But yeah, no, she does. For real.
She was talking in third person, bro.
Oh, shit.
Man said, "Yeah, I feel you." She got a dump truck.
Holy. Oh, God.
That is hilarious, bro.
But you're asking about Kenya Jade. Not Ice Spice's ass, so I was talking about me, you know?
My bad, my bad.
No, that's okay. Holy.
I feel you. She got a dump truck.
He was excited about that.
Oh,
That's crazy.
God.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, Kenny and Jade. Let's go back to
Let's
talking.
back to Kenya Jade.
Kenny and Jade.
So how's it different? How's it
Yeah,
similar?
we're the
Oh,
same.
man.
We're the same, but like it's like the side of me that is like that wants to be the star. You know, like she is less emotional, I think, than I am on my day to day. She is less self-critical for sure. Like regular me forgets sometimes that she's that girl. Kenna Jade never fucking forgets. Kenna Jade makes sure that she knows and that you know and like everybody knows. You know,
her.
Kenya Jade's vulnerable.
she is vulnerable for sure, but in a more contained way. If you have a vulnerable conversation with me, I'm gonna probably make you cry. Kenya Jade
Very true.
will speak to you for real, and it is from the heart. But yeah, it's still professional. You know, she's professional.
See that? You know what? In my opinion, that's why I think you underestimate how like you're vulnerable. Like you give your
Yeah.
listeners, like you make them feel like you're pouring your heart out. You know.
I hope
like,
so. But as a watcher, like, do you feel like that's curated?
Yeah, honestly, like even just watching you live or just like listening to your music, like I also like I feel like, especially like when you speak about like pain specifically, like I feel like you're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, like I feel like I know you, but I don't. You know.
That's good. That's what I intend. But I think that like the difference between the artist and me is like I won't write about anything I haven't already processed and cried about. It doesn't like happen on the spot. I'm not like having like an emotional rant on stage. Like I thought about it, I cried about it, I wrote it down, and then I figured out how it's going to work into the set. So like it is very much a show. It is very real, and it is like processed feelings, but they're not like, when you're speaking to me, it's unprocessed feelings, right? Like how you'd have a regular conversation with anyone. But Ken and Jade, it's a processed feeling already. Like it is intended to be vulnerable. I'm trying to figure out how to connect with you, and it does come off in a very genuine way, I hope. But it's a little more glamorous, you know, a little more sparkle.
Okay, we'll be right back because I got a couple more questions I want to ask you.
All right, what's up? It's your boy Matt from Toon Squad Podcast. Yeah, I'm wearing my boy Johnny's Comfort Motors. Make sure you check him out. If you're looking to buy a car, make sure you hit up Johnny at Comfort Motors. You already know.
Are we shooting?
You ready, Ben? Is it? Damn, this guy is too.
Don't question him, bro. Why you
Shop at
questioning
Ben
too
is
much?
2 steps ahead.
Stop questioning him, bro.
So much so that he found COVID.
That's fucked up.
Where's Waldo? Motherfucker found Waldo. Sorry, I had to. Yo, back to Kenya. I want to know.
Yeah.
I feel like for the most part, like, you know, I think we talked about like a lot of like learning lessons, and like I love it because you opened up a lot in this episode.
Thanks.
And this one, to me, I already hold a special place in my heart.
Oh.
It's the best one for him right now.
I'm loving this one, and I just want to know, like, for you, like, let's talk about the highs. Like, so what are some of the moments that stand out to you in your career?
There have been a lot. I used to keep like a visual diary of like me talking to my future self, just so I wouldn't get like jaded, and like all the little things that I thought were exciting, I wanted to document them. Like the first time I had a clothing fitting, like someone sponsored one of the shows and she wanted me to wear one of her like scarves. Yeah, and that was like a really big deal. Like I went after work to her studio, and like little things like that. Like but there have been some pretty big moments too. The fucking Billboard article. That was fucking crazy. Shout out Waterstar, Cam.
Shout out the
Yo,
whole team over
That's
there.
amazing.
that was fucking
That was a beautiful
crazy.
moment.
It's
I
big.
couldn't believe that happened. I was on
Major.
FaceTime with my cousin, and she was like, someone just reposted something that you're on Billboard. I was like, no, like it must have been like some kind of like smaller website that was like Billboard with like 4 L's, you know, like that's not Billboard. And it was fucking Billboard. I was like, holy shit.
I remember she called me. She didn't believe it.
I didn't believe that shit. That was cool.
We should have promoted that way more.
Yeah. It's still pinned on my Insta, but like
You should.
that one was cool. The first time I ever got to write for another artist, and I wrote maybe what I think is like one of the best songs I've ever written. Got to write that with Jules and Mercy again. And
What's the song name?
it's called Dear Lover by Sun with 2 S's.
Son with 2 S's.
With 2 S's. She's a dope artist, and yeah, I got the opportunity to write for her. They wanted like a female perspective. Initially, it was just my brother and Mercy, and they were like, you know what, it's too male oriented, I guess, and they're like, we need a girl. So, yeah, it was too masculine. So they want a girl's perspective, and so they brought me in, and we wrote this like really, really pretty ballad. And someone who is from, if not the biggest camp from Toronto, I won't say, but said that he compared me to the writing abilities of Eric Clapton. He said it made him feel so emotional, that there was something very special about the way I wrote. So that was really nice to get acknowledgement from someone I really look up to, and who's already made a name for themselves. And they had like enough budget to cover all of like Dundas Square and her billboard. So to be able to see my song up there, I was like, holy fuck.
Wow.
Like it was dope.
That's special.
Like it was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been to a lot of writing camps, and those were really special moments. Be a Girl Connected invited me to Collabo Camp a couple years back, and
Shut up, be a girl.
yeah, no, that was fucking sick. I don't know. There have been so many little things. Like our show, Supermarket, was like a really big deal for me. I've been wanting to curate my own show. I'd been playing so many other people's lineups for so long.
Guys,
That-
she had like 130, 100, I think 130.
Yeah, we sold a lot of tickets.
There was 130 or 100,
Yeah.
like something, 35, 40. I can't remember. exact
And
number. There's like
Supermarket,
over
like-
120 people in that bitch. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, no, we
Because
did.
she didn't think we were gonna do 120.
No, I was scared. I was scared I was gonna
Oh.
have to, give more than we were gonna get back from that.
Yeah,
So
but that bitch was packed and we fucked it up.
yeah, it was a beautiful
She
show.
fucked it up. I honestly was just looking pretty.
And like Supermarket is like one of those venues for me that like I really want to play. Like I have a list of venues in the city that like I got to see my brother play or I got to see other people play, and it's like there's a checklist. So Supermarket was on
Yeah.
that one for sure. When fucking Flo played my track, they had like that little segment for Toronto artists, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no, that shit was sick
Forgot about
too.
that.
Like that was real cool. Like me and
That's
my mom
awesome.
pulled up the laptop and we listened to that. That was cool. We listened to Flo like on the way to school every morning, so like
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
that, I was like, he said Kenya
major.
Jade, yeah,
Oh, hard.
it was cool. That was cool.
That's what's up.
So
No, go ahead, bro.
so
You're the guy. I'm just psychic.
Nah, you're
right
fucking
now.
him, dog.
I'm just psychic today.
nah, man. So
Fucking dickhead. I don't interrupt. That's why.
Holy.
I don't interrupt. That's why. You interrupting people out here.
I do.
Can't
I
even
do,
fucking
I do.
talk.
I do.
I'm sick
I
of
do.
your shit,
I love
bro.
talking. I love talking.
Making fun of my boy Shot by Ben. Shout out Shot by Ben one time, bro.
Shot by Ben.
Guy
Bigger
killer, bro.
dreams.
This guy just showed us what he's working on, and this guy had to
Season
fucking
2,
go.
episode 2.
Two steps ahead. 2 steps ahead.
I had to one
Look, I'm
time.
gonna call you 2 steps ahead from now, bro. I'm sorry.
No, but real shit, Kenya. I mean, I think this podcast is called Bigger Dreams.
Ooh.
And I think life's tough. Life can get really tough.
Very
And
tough.
something that like keeps you in it sometimes are your bigger dreams.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's the bigger picture for you look like? Like what are you like what are your aspirations?
Yeah.
It's your legacy. Like, what you want to be,
Um,
Who you want to be.
I think about that a lot because I think a lot of people are scared to say how big their dreams are. I think you hear a lot of people say, they just want to make beautiful music, and I get that. I really do want to make beautiful music,
Boring.
but it doesn't. Boring. Yo, it does not stop there. I want it all. I want everything. I want everyone to know my name around the globe. I want the world tour. I want the generational wealth. I want fucking everything. Yeah, I want it to be really, really big. I want Kenya Jade to be a brand, and I want it to be, something that everybody knows about.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's not boring.
No.
All you other motherfuckers that just want to make beautiful music.
It can be scary though, like,
I want to make music that is
and that's
so
so
creative.
valid though. Like,
That's cool, but
it is cool.
Alright, make me be. That's your hobby then. If you want to be an
Maybe.
artist, there's two sides to the coin. So you can't just focus on one side and forget the other side. If
Yeah.
you want to be an artist in the game,
That's true.
You don't think that
not
it's a
fair.
valid position to just want to make beautiful music and that counts as an artist? Maybe it's because like you're so on the business side that you don't see that as like a viable.
that's not fair for you to say that because I came from a creative side. I've seen creative people.
No,
I
not
have
to say you
creative people
haven't
in my
seen
life. But what
creative
I'm saying
people.
is, when you only say I want to make, it's valid to just make beautiful music. That means you're literally just scratching everything up on the other side. I'm not scratching that. I'm telling you, make beautiful music, but you also have to have the artist side, the business side, because that side is what makes a full coin. You just, not you,
Yeah.
but that is just focusing, oh, I just want on one side. And I'm supposed to be the biggest. It's like, no, it's not. It's just, that doesn't work like that. I'm just realistic.
Maybe.
I'm just not. I'm sorry. It's like if I'm a dream crusher or I'm not creative enough for you, cool fucking
No,
creatives.
that's not what I was studying to say.
You know
this
what?
guy.
Fuck y'all. But the truth is, there's
Firstly.
two sides to the coin, and you have to know both sides, or you're just doing it as a hobby.
It's just a hobby, you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Matt, what do you think?
I'm honestly on T side.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Fuck,
Wow,
I don't
that's a
know.
Yeah.
You've never been on my side. Thank you, bro.
No, when you
Appreciate
talk about the music, like I agree with a lot of things you say.
I'm not like again,
I'm also learning from you.
I'm
to
not
be
a
real.
Hollywood. I'm not an expert, but it's like, yeah, I just been doing it for a bit, and it's like you can tell me that you want to make beautiful music. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that make beautiful music. They're nobody. And when I mean they're nobody, it's like if you want to have a name, if you want to have a brand, if you want to have a major label, if you want to be the biggest, if you want to sell out shows, that is the industry.
But what if people don't want that?
If you don't want that, then that's a hobby. You're making
You think
music
it's just
as
a
a hobby.
hobby?
Yes, it's not a career because you're not making money off of it.
What about like
You're not.
people who are just like pure musicians and
Then
they
you're
just
a musician.
like, but they don't want to tour. They don't like. They just come into sessions. They do their thing, and that's it. That's
You're a
fulfilling
musician.
enough for them.
You're a musician.
Yeah.
You're not an artist.
Okay, then that's the difference.
You're a
I agree
musician.
on
You're
that
a
side of
writer.
the
You're not an
difference.
artist. And if you are, if you only play gigs in your hometown, then you're literally a show band. You're a gig guy. You're not really an artist.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the truth. And I've seen people that were artists that all they do right now in their career. Again, I'm not Hollywood, but I've seen people that went to LA and became an artist and had fucking great hits or a great hit and then just become a fucking let me play gigs. It's like, okay, then this is not for you.
Yeah, I agree with the distinction between artist and musician, but I thought we were just talking about people who create music, period.
No, creating music is beautiful. I mean, like, there's writers, there's songwriters, there's producers, there's musicians. That's all beautiful. That's a part of the business, right? That's a part of the A&R side and all of that, and that's cool. But if you claim to be an artist, but only focus on making beautiful music and not the other side of the cone, bomba clock, get out my face.
So then what do you think about,
face.
like, what that means for someone like me that I said, like, I don't want to necessarily be involved in the business side. I want you to be able to tell me where to show up and when, and I'll be there and I'll do all the
That's
other
different.
stuff.
You're looking for a team. But I see my advice to you has always been you got to still learn the business side. Like you said it. You said Beyonce has her hands on everything.
Yeah.
No matter what. I'm not saying that an artist has to be their own manager or an expert. But you have to learn the industry you're in. You're a business.
Yeah.
You can't go into a business not learning the business side of that business. I can't go into opening up a restaurant because I'm a chef, but I know nothing about how to run a business.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking good chef. I'm going to fail. My business won't work. I don't care how good your food is. It's just, this is not me being a dick. This is not me being an expert, or this is facts. This is life. This is the way we live. You in any industry you go in, if you want to make money, and this is your career, because a career is where you make money. A hobby is where you just chill. You don't care about money. You got to differentiate between those two. If people can't differentiate between those two, and they think, oh, this is my career, and I don't want to make money, but it's my okay. Good job, bro. Enjoy, because again, this is your life. I can't control you, but you're not gonna be happy. Whether people like it or not, does money buy you happiness? Not really, but having money on your side, I guarantee you can do a lot more things that will make you happy.
Yeah, but
so, differentiate between the two. That's my only thing. Is like if you want to create just to be happy, that's a hobby. If you want to create to make a business and a brand and to make money, that's a career that you gotta fucking understand. Or you're really not. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I know I sound like a dick, and I know I sound like probably broke a couple people's hearts. It is what it is, you suckers. That's the life we live in.
It's not sweet.
Nothing
It's
sweet.
It's not.
It's
But
just how it works.
to your point, like, I
With
see
love.
what you're
Again,
saying.
I love you all.
Because there's a lot of successful people. They're actually not business savvy,
Yeah.
like in terms of like content creators or certain artists, because they have like so many people like doing different things for them. They don't have to like know exactly what's going on in their bank account. They have someone who's like whatever.
You should though.
Yeah.
You should learn that. It's just about.
So what I'm
knowing
saying is
the
like you
basics.
guys agree. You guys are low key agreeing. It's
No,
just
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just like I think that is an important distinction to say that there are musicians who are still musicians and they don't necessarily want to be artists, and that's okay. Like, that is very valid. I don't think like to diminish
you're a
what they do
musician.
and say that it's just a hobby just because they don't want to be an artist.
No, you're a musician.
Yeah,
you're not
you're
an
a
artist.
musician.
That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah.
When you're a musician, you're a musician. You get paid. It's still a career though. You gotta understand the
for
business
sure.
side. Because if you come into a session and you do some top lines or you do whatever, rips or whatever the hell you do, you still got to figure out how to get paid for that shit.
Yeah.
So you still have to figure out the business side. You're not just doing it for fun, because you have to understand that side. You know what I mean? Like, you enjoy creating that, but you also got to know the other side of the coin, because you're making money off of it.
Because it can get really ugly really quickly. Like, I've been in that scenario, like, and I think like it is something I learned from my brother. Like, he's been in so many sessions where he gave his energy and nothing was kind of reciprocated, and you kind of get fucked over that way. Like, like, I don't know. I think like you
So
go
you gotta
in
know
and
the
you have
industry.
to know. Yeah,
you gotta know
you
the
have
business.
to know.
I'm not telling you to be an expert. I'm not telling you to read contracts and like.
Yeah.
No, just know the basic of the industry. That when you go in, it's that simple. Even if you're an independent artist.
Yeah.
It's especially if you're an independent artist, you should know the industry more than a person who is managed, because you don't have nobody. Usually your managers and your other team figure out the industry side for you if you trust them, right? But even in those cases, you still should know, because you never know. That manager or that P or whatever it is, whoever is on your team, might actually end up taking advantage of you.
It's more likely than not.
Because you don't know the industry.
Yeah.
Learn the industry. It's so simple. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just learning the basics of the industry so you can maneuver. And when you show that, I mean, for me, even as an artist manager and other artist managers that I've heard and met in my life, it's like we look at that and we're like, okay, that's an artist that I want that, right? I want you to know just the basic.
Yeah.
Just the basic. I'll tell you everything else. But just know the basic and then create good content. If you don't know the basic, how can I work with you? If I'm telling you, yo, it's good to get into that session because you'll get a credit here that will get you, and then you tell me, no, it's not how it works. I just want to create for fun.
Yeah.
Go do it as a hobby.
Yeah. On someone else's time.
Don't
real.
do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple to me. But I still
Talk
like,
your
you know,
shit.
anybody who's a creative, I still give you a lot of respect because it's not easy to be a creative. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I know, I'm an asshole.
No, I agree with you. I
That's
think that
music
is-
Y'all
business.
motherfuckers just got told.
TT just gave Music Biz 101. You heard it here first.
Not many times I do this, by the way.
Not at all.
Yeah, I
Since we
shouldn't be
got
doing
into
this. I shouldn't be doing this. Not for free, you motherfuckers and motherfuckers.
So
Right, so I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
If you can go back, what would you change? One thing.
Fuck.
Maybe not one, but if you can go back in time, what would you change? From your journey that you said, I'm about to do this, bitch.
I would have started earlier. I probably wouldn't have gone to school. But I don't think going back in time would to change anything would change anything now, you know? Things would have still happened. There still would have been delays. There still, would have been hardship. But I would have liked to have started earlier. I think I could have learned more just that time. Probably built a better connection with different people, and there would just been more time. Yeah. Not that I felt like my time at school was wasted.
You learned.
I learned.
You're almost a lawyer.
Not really, but whatever.
I'm going with that. I'm
Okay,
telling people.
we can go with that.
you were on your way.
I'll tell
I was
you.
on my way.
I'm telling people Kenny J was almost a lawyer, bro.
Almost.
She studied for the bar. You
No,
did.
not for the
No,
bar.
you didn't study for the bar, bro.
No, you have to get to law school to study for the bar.
Oh,
I was
you
studying
studied-
for the exam. Then
Word.
you have
To go to law school.
Go to law school.
Oh shit! I skipped a whole
The
step.
whole fucking
The most important one.
going to law school.
All right, well, guys,
But
you
no,
heard it
like,
here first.
I liked going to school, and it was like different like life lessons. I got to live away from home for
Were
the
you a
first
nerd?
time. I am a nerd.
Oh, okay.
A really big nerd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see your notes, dog?
That's crazy.
I did more school after that too. Like, it was not plan A when I came out. When I came out, I was like, hey, we're gonna figure out a way to go to law school after this. And I went and did 2 more years of school after that.
Wow.
And not that I wish I had not done that, but it's just like, yeah, that could have been time I was making music. Who knows? Things would have been different.
Could never be me. No, I'm not judging you, but
It was a lot.
yeah.
I like it. I like being in school. I like the structure. I
Sounds
like to
like
read.
Matt. Matt loves being in school.
You like school?
No, I finished it, but fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So you know what? Like, to relate to you, honestly, I fucking hated school. But I did it for my parents. I think
Yeah.
mainly I feel like similar to you, if it was up to you, you'd do the music.
Yeah.
But a part of it is honoring and respecting some of the sacrifices they've made. And if that's something that's important to them,
Yeah.
even though it might not be the most important thing to you,
Hold on, are you saying I don't have honor and respect for my parents? That's fucked up. You got me thinking. I'm
Nah,
like,
bro.
wait a second.
nah, bro.
'Cause
I'm just saying-
I'm a college dropout.
Well, because like another thing is like, are your parents immigrants?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
when your parents are
She's
when your
white.
parents are immigrants, I just feel like you also like have like an extra. You kind of feel an extra
Pressure.
pressure to like
Yeah.
do it. And I just wanted to ask you, like, do you like? There's a lot of young people who watch the show,
Yeah.
and there could be in school, and
I hope
I know
not.
everyone's a little bit different, but like, you know, when you're trying to like, you know, your parents want you to go a certain way, and then you go a certain way, and then you have a disconnect with them. Like, how did you deal with that?
My parents were supportive. They just didn't want that for me because they knew it was harder, you know? They knew that, you know, they made sacrifices, like you said, and they had a traditional idea of like what success kind of looked like. And my parents are not small-minded people by any means. Like, my mom is very like work smart, not hard kind of thing. But I don't know. It's just like that disconnect. I think your parents love you and they want what's best for you. And if you can have those conversations with them, I can't speak for everyone's parents, but at least mine, like, they'll be understanding eventually. It just takes time to make that adjustment. I think like the reason that they want you to go to school and they have that image of success for you is because that's all they know as success, and they just want what's best for you. And, you know, I might see something else and this is actually what is best for me. And to be able to have that conversation with them is what helps. Just so you're all on the same page, because at the end of the day, you all have the same end goal, right? They just want you to be happy.
Very true.
Yeah.
Happy
That's
and
cool.
Successful.
That's cool.
I wouldn't really talk about, you know, your mental health now. It's crazy to me because I've seen you in the last journey, in the last year, in your journey, where you were. How are you feeling right now? You know,
I'm laughing because it was so fucking bad.
I
And
know.
like sometimes when you spiral, like
Oh,
you
man.
come out of this state of panic and you're like, who the fuck
Yeah,
was
especially
that?
when you're young, you know.
Bro, this is last
this
year.
was last year, bro. This
Yeah,
was
but
not
you're young. You're
Yeah,
young.
I'm still young, but
I
like
guess I'm not gonna tell her age. She can tell.
Yeah,
me.
but
I'm
you know,
28. Like
But like,
but still, yeah, it's young.
It's young.
like it's just like to see, like, you know, a year ago.
yeah. I mean,
A year ago, literally, bro, she was calling me on the
Yeah.
hour in the washroom crying. She's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, T, I'm crying."
I
I'm
cry
like-
a lot.
I'm
a
like,
big
"Yo,
crier.
girl, let it out, let it out. Let's cry together."
Yeah.
So how's your mental health now? How you feel?
Now it's good.
What are you
I'm
doing to be better?
learning a lot about regulating your nervous system, and how those feelings,
You are a nerd.
yeah, how those feelings don't just live in your head, but they live in your body, and that I think I've gone through a lot of things more than most people should have to in their entire lifetime, and those things kind of live in your body. They live in a feeling in your body, and then these other minor life things kind of happen, like, not to diminish it, but like breakups, or, you know, you want to change your career path, or little things like this. They happen. And yeah, they're stressful things, but they're not end of the world things. But because you went through such big things growing up that shaped the way your body receives these things, they feel like the end of the world. Like, I fell completely apart. I lost like 20 pounds. I wasn't leaving the house. I pretty much almost got fired from my job. Like, my sister was really checking in on me like every day. Like, my mom, like everyone was like worried for me, like genuinely worried for me, because I had gone through really big traumas as a kid. I never processed them, and they lived in my body. And when this thing happened that looked similar to a stressful situation I had gone through growing up, your body doesn't know the difference. They think it's happening to you right now. That same thing is happening to you right now. Okay, how do we protect ourselves? Just fucking fall apart. Like, that's all my body knew how to do. And I couldn't regulate my own emotions around thoughts that had nothing to do with the breakup. Like, they were really thoughts about other things that I had gone through that, yeah, I didn't know how to pivot in my life now. I didn't know that the things that I thought were keeping me safe then were no longer useful. I don't need those things. I don't need to make myself feel small. I don't need to chase the validation from someone else. I don't need all of those things. Like, those things are no longer serving me. Why can't my body let them go? And I'm learning techniques to let go of those things. And yeah.
Do you know any? Because some people might, you know, they might be watching this podcast, and this might be the only, you know, kind of tips of mental health they kind of get in their day-to-day lives.
Yeah. My life coach taught me EFT tapping. It's where you like tap on certain points of your body while you say some of the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself that are kind of
What are you, stomp the yard, fam?
Yo.
You are like this.
That's what you do. These are the points, you know? These are the points.
Oh, I was stupid.
You're so dumb. I hate it here. Oh my god.
You are like this. I'm like, this is some stomp the yard shit.
You know when that girl did that like crumping thing? Fucking holy.
Oh, man.
But no,
conversation
EFT
took a
tapping works, bro. That shit's
Yeah.
for real. Like I thought it was just like dumb and you feel stupid doing it. But like the other day, trigger came up. Like often I feel like I'm not chosen. Like why am I not enough, I guess? And so you say those things to yourself and you tap on those points. And halfway through the session, you'll say things like, you know, like I no longer like want to feel this way. I'm ready to release these things. And your body is like slowly like letting those things go by touching those points in your body. And yeah, it's helpful and it's good to just stay grounded. Lots of breathing techniques.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stomp the yard at home.
Stomp the yard, bro.
Let's stomp the
Fuck.
yard. and see what it is.
Hypnosis, hypnosis is a game changer. Hypnotize yourself before bed. There's like
do you-
little
how do you do
YouTube
that?
things.
Oh.
Just look them up, like hypnosis, and someone will like talk to you through
okay.
like processing certain things or like visualizing yourself as like your higher self.
Like
That shit's cool.
guided meditation.
Yeah, guided
or-
meditation, but
Got
like
you.
some of them are like even deeper where like your body is in a whole state of trance so that your subconscious mind is really absorbing like who you could be and who you're stepping into.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's awesome.
Yo, what can we expect from Miss Kenny and Jade in 2024?
More consistency. I'm gonna put out a lot more music. Yeah, and like just more music. Same. I'm gonna continue to build the live show. I hope to travel a little bit this year and
Ooh.
step
Yo,
out of
can
the
we go
city.
to Belize, fam?
I have
You still
plans to
gotta
go to
take me there.
Belize. No, you should come to Belize.
You still
Matt.
gotta take me there.
Oh my god, it's my favorite place in the whole
Shorty,
world.
you gotta take me there.
It's my favorite place ever. But
Yo, Belize looks fucking fire, bro.
yeah, actually, I met a pretty good music connect there. He's got this beautiful voice, and he invited me on stage, and I got to perform with him when we went.
Sick.
Yeah, he's really dope. He's writing his own EP, so
Oh, that's
I hope
dope.
to work with him a little bit too. And I've got cousins out there that are working on music too.
That's what's up, bro.
Okay, she's well connected, well
Outside, bro.
respected.
She's Hollywood, bro. Don't be talking about me.
Queen Kenny.
Please, damn.
She is Hollywood. Man, you gotta anything you wanna ask her?
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, bro. Interrupt
again,
us.
like I said, life is tough, and you know,
Mhm.
I want to thank you because
Yes.
I love that you came on here. This is long overdue. You came in, you showed out, you poured your heart out here. We had some good laughs. You know, what like life is tough. What makes you optimistic for the future?
Ooh.
What makes me optimistic
Good question, bro.
for the future?
Yeah, very good question.
I guess just the thought that every day is a new day. That I'm continuously becoming the person who I know I have the capability to be. That keeps me optimistic. And I guess just the passion really keeps me optimistic. Like I love doing it. If I didn't love doing it, I wouldn't do it. And it's still as exciting. Like going to rehearsal is fucking exciting. Going to the studio still feels really fucking cool. So that stuff keeps me optimistic, I think. Yeah.
Love that. You heard it
That
here
was
first.
dope.
Season 2,
Yo.
episode 2.
2-2.
Bigger dreams.
Bigger dreams.
The beautiful, talented Miss Kenya Jade.
Jeez. That beautiful, the talented, one more time, Kenya Jade. I have a lot of guys that would tell me, "Oh, yo, Kenya is cute, bro." And I'm like, "Listen, bro, stop telling me this
Me
shit.
too, honestly.
Just go,
Honestly.
just stop telling me this shit and like go holler at her by
No,
yourself.
do
'cause,
not. Please don't.
Like, leave me alone, bro. I can't connect you. That's not happening.
Same. Leave me alone too.
Thank
I'm
you.
not connecting.
Please leave that alone.
It's just not happening. But yo, honestly, sis, love you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
For real.
actually, honoring our deal between me and you and doing what you got to do to come on here because I know you remember that.
Yeah.
So that really made me happy and I'm excited to see what you got next. And we're out. Thank you.